Hello everyone, my name is Liang Shang from University of Wisconsin-Madison, and I am excited to present our work on segmenting small stroke lesions via novel labeling strategies. Today we will explore some innovative techniques that significantly improve the accuracy of small lesion segmentation. And let's start with introduction. The motivation behind this work stems from a critical challenge in stroke imaging, the disparity in lesion volumes. Large lesions in a typical MRI scan can exceed 100,000 voxels, while small lesions are often under 100 voxels. This imbalance negatively impacts segmentation accuracy, as models tend to overlook smaller lesions while still producing high overall scores. However, these small lesions play a crucial role in patient outcomes, making it vital to focus on improving their detection. The key innovation of our approach is that it provides a general solution to a wide range of segmentation methods. Our strategy enhances the performance of these methods, specifically for small lesion detection from a labeling perspective. And let's talk about our methods. From a labeling perspective, we propose two novel strategies. Our first labeling strategy, multi-size labeling, categorizes lesion voxels based on the volume of the lesion. The goal of MSL is to direct the network's attention toward smaller lesions, which are often overlooked by traditional methods. By assigning labels according to lesion sizes, the network learns to use different features in the latent image representation to recognize lesions of varying sizes. This results in improved detection and overall segmentation performance for small lesions. However, while MSL is highly effective for small lesions, it may lead to a slight drop in performance when segmenting large lesions. To address this, we introduced the second strategy, distance-based labeling, which categorizes lesion voxels based on their distance to the non-lesion region. This approach enhances the model's ability to highlight lesion boundaries across all lesion sizes, making it particularly effective in improving segmentation accuracy at the boundary. Unlike MSL, DBL is more balanced across lesion sizes but may not perform as strongly on small lesions alone. However, it excels at refining lesion boundaries, leading to better overall segmentation quality. To fully leverage the advantage of both MSL and DBL, we designed an ensemble strategy. For small lesions, we applied an interpolation between the probability maps generated by both MSL and DBL. Its combination allows the model to benefit from the small lesion focused by MSL and the boundary refinement of DBL, leading to more accurate predictions. For large lesions, we solely rely on DBL, as it excels in handling boundary highlighting and provides more reliable segmentation for larger volumes. This ensemble approach effectively balances performance across lesion sizes, enhancing segmentation quality overall. To further minimize segmentation errors, especially for small lesions, we incorporate a post-processing step. In this step, we apply a probability threshold to exclude small lesions from the segmentation masks if their maximum confidence score across all lesion voxels is too low. This refinement ensures that only the most probable small lesions are included in the final output, significantly reducing false positives and improving the overall precision of the segmentation. And the threshold is empirically selected using application studies presented later. And our segmentation framework integrates MSL, DBL, and our ensemble and post-processing strategies. For an input image, we utilize two united models, each trained with either MSL or DBL, to generate initial predictions. These predictions are then processed through our ensemble strategy, which combines the strengths of both methods. Finally, the output undergoes a post-processing pipeline to refine the segmentation results further. This comprehensive approach ensures that it will achieve accurate and reliable segmentation of both small and large lesions. We trained our models on the Atlas 2.0 dataset, which comprises 655 MRI scans. The lesion volumes in this dataset range from 13 to over 200,000 voxels, providing a diverse set of cases for training. To better evaluate the performance of our methods during testing, specifically for small lesions, we created a mini-lesion subset consisting of 138 scans, featuring lesions smaller than 1,000 voxels. This focused subset allowed us to thoroughly test the efficacy of our strategy on small lesions, which are often overlooked by standard segmentation techniques, ensuring that our methods are robust and reliable. And here comes our results. Our baseline models from rows 1 to 5 are derived from the winners of the 2022 Meikai Atlas Challenge. These models were trained under 4 different schemes. Our findings from the five-fold cross-validation demonstrate that a single MSL model outperforms their ensemble of 4 different training schemes on the simulation subset. Furthermore, when evaluated across the entire dataset, our ensemble of MSL and DBL achieved superior performance, effectively balancing the detection of both small and large lesions. In these visualizations, you can see how our methods accurately label many small lesions that baseline methods tend to miss, particularly in the zoom-in areas. These examples highlight the effectiveness of our approach in detecting small lesions, demonstrating a clear improvement over traditional segmentation methods. The visual evidence reinforces the capability of our methods to enhance clinical decision-making by ensuring that even subtle lesions are recognized. Now let's discuss our application studies, which focus on the mixing rate lambda in the ensemble and the probability threshold in post-processing. A higher mixing rate indicates a greater reliance on MSL for small lesions. We plot the DICE and F1 scores for both the mini lesion subset and the entire dataset. Through our analysis, we found that increasing the post-processing mixing rate significantly improved both the DICE and F1 scores, particularly for small lesions. These results demonstrate that careful adjustment in our post-processing strategy can lead to enhanced accuracy in identifying small lesions, confirming the robustness of our methodology. And regarding the extension, we extended our methodology to the ICPR 2024 competition on MS lesion segmentation. In this competition, a notable 66% of the lesions are smaller than 100 voxels, and 95% of the lesions are smaller than 1,000 voxels. Given the challenges presented by small lesions in this dataset, we applied our MSL and DBL strategies, leveraging our ensemble approach to enhance segmentation accuracy. Our preliminary results indicate that the adaptive method maintains the performance improvement observed in the stroke dataset, showcasing its versatility and robustness across different medical imaging contexts. Notably, our approach achieved the first place among 16 international teams in the competition, underscoring its effectiveness in addressing the complexities of MS lesion segmentation. And the takeaways of this presentation are: firstly, by assigning specific category to lesion masks, we have significantly improved the segmentation accuracy for small lesions. Secondly, utilizing an ensemble of MS and DBL techniques, we achieve superior performance across both small and large lesions. Lastly, our code and training models are now publicly available at this GitHub repo. Thanks for joining my presentation.